You'd really abuse your power that far?
Absolutely. A twitchy security guard who goes, oh shit, we're under attack, and presses the button and presses the evacuate button. I've just bought, I haven't taken it out of the box yet, I've just bought myself a 249 gram drone. Mike Tyson goes into a boxing ring and punches someone in the face as hard as he can. That is exactly the same action as if he walks up to that man there and punches him in the face.
It's a bad example, isn't it?
No, it's not.
It is.
However, if I've given you a direction not to do something and you do it, you're breaking an offence.
However, I will civil claim on it. I will. I won't. I won't.
You do not have a right to withhold details. The law tells me you have a positive responsibility in these circumstances to provide me your details. You must provide your details or you will be arrested. Civil claim against what? I'm applying the law. What claim have you got?
So if I give you details,
yes,
and then I crack on and finish my flight, what happens? It's okay, you've got the details, right?
I would consider it basically an establishment of your intention to continue breaching the peace. I will arrest you and I will seize the drone to prevent you using it again. So it's that simple.
You'd really abuse your power that far?
Absolutely. If I don't tell someone that I believe something to be a breach of the peace unless I genuinely believe it to be, and if you're going to carry on doing that, and the only way I can stop you is to arrest you, then I will arrest you.
You've got no power to stop somebody doing that, officer. I know you're trying your best to do that, but...
I have a power, I have a responsibility to make sure that the key national infrastructure that could end up getting disrupted by your behaviour doesn't happen. I've got that responsibility. It's not just a power, it is a responsibility. And yes, the power I'm using is my powers under breach of the peace.
But a little drone going around here is not breaching anybody's peace. Unless I come down and hover here and start pissing people off, yes.
So why have I got station security personnel worried about it, saying...
Tell them we've spoke to him, we've checked his insurance, we've checked he's legal. He's doing a YouTube video. Okay. Tell them that. Allays their concern.
Okay.
So we both can get what we want.
I want to have your details so that there is a record.
You've threatened me with arrest, and I've said to you, under threat of arrest, I'll give you the details.
Okay.
Right? But, moving past that, I would like to continue my flight. And if you want me to launch from somewhere less busy, I will.
Are you telling me that you're going to carry on flying?
No, I haven't said that.
Proximity
but I'd like to work with you that we can have an agreement that I won't be arrested if I do that.
I'm going to need your details before you leave.
I've told you I'll do that.
Because you've already committed a breach.
I've told you.
However,
under threat of arrest, I'll do that.
You know what? I'm here to facilitate lawful activity. What do you want to do?
I'd like to finish that flight.
Right.
You tell me where to launch from. I'll go and launch there.
Where do you want? No, you're the person that, quite honestly, you're more in tune with the legislation governing, the drone use. I've checked it up, and I've got to be honest. I've a little concern that you're clearly within a horizontal 50 metres, and that is prohibited on the CAA thing. It is. Go away and check it. I think you're misinterpreting it. There is horizontal thing. Provided you don't.
We can disagree, but you want to stay away from
over the red area down the road, which you highlighted to me and I checked up on.
Yeah.
Right. I've got no issue with that. What I would ask you, for common sense purposes, have you checked with the manager of the hotel?
I've been in there, spoke to them.
Come with me.
I've told them I'll stay away from their windows.
Tell you what, no, I want to be reasonable and rational.
Yeah.
So come.
And I've told them if they want to speak to me, I'll be down there.
Yeah.
I'll happily come and I'll happily be there.
Let's just see.
This bloke here in the cap.
Oh yeah. I understand the gentleman came to the hotel to permission to do a drone flight, which he commercially publishes.
Not permission, but I give you a heads up.
He gave me a heads up, not permission.
Bearing in mind he's on your private property. Yeah. Was that permit? Well,
I won't be. I'll be off.
Is this?
No, it's not.
Is this approved of by the hotel?
No.
Of course not.
So, absolutely.
I said to you, I'll stay away from your building and your windows.
And I did tell you, remember?
Yeah.
I said,
Yeah.
But I've told you that's a privacy issue. That's still a breach of the peace for me.
You saw how high I was.
Right. Yeah, I get that, but it's a potential.
I can stay high.
Right.
If we agree,
Again,
I can stay higher than you want me to.
No. The point is, you now can't launch anywhere on this estate.
Oh, I wouldn't anyway. It's private.
Right? You can't launch anywhere on this estate.
Yeah.
You are not going back into the
anyway.
railway station, so you can't go on, or the one across the road.
I will launch from where you tell me.
Under bylaw 6.
You want me to launch from.
Okay. Under bylaw 6, okay, you are not to go on King's Cross Square. not even go on it now because I believe you're going to interfere with the safety and comfort of other railway users by being over there. Okay, so this is technically covered by that anyway because this is still part.
I would never launch on here anyway, just to make that clear.
The operators of here have made it absolutely clear that you're not welcome to launch here. Okay.
Yeah, of course.
So you will be leaving this area as soon as this conversation is finished. Now, if you want to launch over the road, I'm sat on the road. I'm satisfied, although I'm giving you advice not to do it.
Yeah.
I'm satisfied that provided you don't go down Pancras Road where it's going to interfere with the railway, because the railway bylaws cover anywhere in immediately close proximity to a railway station.
Yeah.
Provided you don't go down St Pancras Road, you don't go on King's Cross Square, anywhere inside the bollards of the railway stations, that's a good guide, right? And not down Pancras Road because that's clearly part of the wider railway infrastructure.
Yeah.
I have no issue. You want to do it over Euston Road, expect the Met to come down and have similar conversations, frankly. You will get some...
If I launch the drone somewhere off down there out the way,
the problem you've got...
and it comes around here,
again,
you're not going to arrest me.
I can't see... Just...
No, it's difficult. Line of sight, you're going to say, right, it's difficult.
Got line of sight
yeah.
difficulties. You've got a crane there.
Yeah.
You need to check the regulations around that because you're not meant to launch near...
There's a warning around the crane.
Yeah. Right, I don't know. Is there a NOTAM or something?
There's like a yellow circle around the crane.
Right.
Warning us it's there, basically.
I don't know. But again, it's common sense. I'm going to leave... Right, you're the drone guy, right? I don't want to fall out with you.
I prefer this is better terms. I'm not here to evacuate a station.
The problem is, right, I get you're a social media guy, you're a drone guy, you're trying to get your footage and you're trying to use me as some kind of entertainment.
I'm really not at this point.
I know. What I'm
really
trying to do is make sure that I don't have a twitchy security guard who goes, oh, shit, we're under attack, and presses the button and presses the evacuate button on the railway
No one wants that
station.
to happen, mate.
No.
I'm not here to provoke that reaction.
And that's why I'm kind of trying to encourage you to think, get your footage, but get it somewhere else. Like,
it's an iconic building.
This is an iconic building, but
it is. It's beautiful.
But if you're launching and flying over their property, they have a right to tell you clear off, don't they? I know they don't own the airspace all the way up there, but
look,
you're clearly with it. Yeah.
Right.
I'm not interested.
That's what I'm interested in.
No.
Yeah.
I would love to look at your channel later.
No.
Really
just the Tower Bridge.
Yeah. I
right.
Right. As someone that's
my priority is to get the beautiful footage.
The irony is I've just bought. I haven't taken it out of the box yet. I've just bought myself a 249 gram drone.
There you go.
I'd love to actually have a chat with you on different terms, but for the purposes of this, they've told you can't launch here. If you want to launch on the road, with the advice I've just got, I've got no issue.
Okay.
With it. However, I did tell you, right, that it was going to represent a breach of the peace. Just so I've got it on record, can I just grab your details just so that I've had a conversation? And I want to grab it anyway because I want to check out your channel.
We could turn this around now.
Yeah.
Well, we could turn it around because it's gone from being very negative to actually okay.
It is.
We could turn it around.
We're not enemies here.
If we don't demand the details, but I'll give you the drone ID, which is
perfect.
linked.
That'll do.
Yeah?
That'll do. Yeah, that'll do.
Because lawfully I have to provide that if you know the flight's taking place.
You do. So I can get it one way or another. I'll get you details. Tell you what I'll do. What is your channel called, by the way, if you don't mind me asking?
Oh, no, that.
It's not classified. I'm going to find it in no time at all. So
take that first.
Why'd you cover it up?
So that when we're not legally obliged to give it,
people
can't just take it off there quickly.
Right.
Because normally,
normally
it's tucked under the wing, but that's a brand new one, so I've had to write it big today.
Right, hold on. Is that why you needed a printer?
Yes.
I thought that's
because it expired 2 days ago, so I got a new one.
Oh.
But I haven't flown yet, and to fly you have to have it on the drone visible.
Right. Hold on. Let me just. Can I just?
Yeah. Hold it if you want. Yeah.
And do me a favour. Can you just bring us up that email with the insurance?
Yeah.
And then.
That's yours.
The drone's yours. I'll swap you my work phone for your drone if you want.
What drone have you got?
I've got to be honest, it's just a cheap one. It's just for me to try the water, but I'd like to do it. It's a shame that, we're all good. It's a shame I can't show you the one that's in our office. You'd be.
I asked you to show me.
It's not. That one costs like 20k. Can I?
Yeah.
Is there a reference number on it?
It should be.
Is it in the subject line or something? Or?
Let me check my email. That's a photo.
Yeah. If I grab that.
Membership number 0.
Can I just?
Hold on. What I don't want you to do.
Right.
I'm not. My first name's on there. That's
well,
all.
I want your details anyway. I'm not joking about it. I do need to take it. If I don't
we
take
agreed
it,
on the drone. You can get my own name from that.
I'm not going to generate a situation where you actually have committed an offence. If a police officer directs you not to do something and you do it, that is a breach of the peace. It's as simple as that. So you have committed the offence.
I know, but we're on good terms now, and you don't need to take details. There you go. That's the membership number.
This isn't a trick to prosecute.
I'll give you the drone ID.
Right.
You can get my name from that.
Right.
Very easy. Very, very easy.
Right.
It's registered to me, right?
Hold on.
There you go. That's the membership of the insurance number.
It's not very easy because I have to go.
Got it?
No, I haven't got it yet.
Sorry. I was checking it was still on the screen for you.
Yeah, I need to.
Got it?
You've
got the flash on there, it might not come up.
Yeah, no, it's fine. I've
got it, yeah?
Yeah. It isn't easy for me because I would have to go through loads of data protection channels. Right.
I'm not
Is
going
it done? Done. Because you said
I'm not going to take any action on this. I'm not going to do any complaints or any civil action.
Right.
Because I can't be bothered with that.
And do you know what?
But let's leave it as I'm not going to demand the details.
No, I can't.
I'll give you the drone ID. You said agree to that.
Right. Okay. The law requires me to take your details, requires me to demand of you your details if you've committed an offence. Okay? The discretion as to whether or not to take that offence forward is mine. Okay? I am not going to do that because I actually want you to carry on doing what you're doing. I've got no issue, and I don't want to be that guy that disrupts that. However, if I've given you a direction not to do something and you do it, you're breaking an offence.
But you've also agreed.
If there was a piece of cordon tape across here,
I won't record
and
this.
I said you can't come past this point, do you think if you did, I could demand your details?
I won't record this bit now, but you said to me, I'm okay to fly as long as I'm wherever you've said.
Yes.
So therefore the flight wouldn't be breaching the peace.
It's the direction not to do it where it could cause an alert. Now, I've given what you're proposing to do now is something different, which I don't.
But the drone will be in the same area.
Kind of the same place, but I told you not to do something that is likely to cause an alert. Now,
you're going to be me in a few months with the drone.
I can do things now, right, to make sure it doesn't cause an alert, because I can alert. If you give it 5 minutes, I can alert the station that he now has the appropriate permissions not to overreact, and therefore there isn't a potential for the breach of the peace. Last time, there wasn't, right? I told you not to do something, you immediately came and did it.
I think I've given you a lot, officer.
Right. What you haven't given me is your name, address,
but you did agree.
And date of birth.
You did say that will do with the drone.
Right. You've committed an offence, I have to take that or arrest you. It's that simple. Now...
Why did you fool me then?
Huh?
You said, I said, if you give you the drone ID, you were like, yeah, that will do.
Well, I need to say that anyway. That will do.
Giving it you.
That will do in terms of making sure that you're covered for the.
But this is what gives the police a bad name, and I think you've been more than fair now.
What?
Oh, where are they going? I think you're being okay now.
I am.
Let's leave it on a good note.
No.
You can get my details from the ID.
No, I can't.
You can.
The law doesn't say give the officer sufficient details so we can do a load of extra work that will take me 2 days and 5 forms.
It's not a CAA thing and get it now.
The law says if you meet the requirements of Section 50 of the Police Reform Act, you must provide your details or you will be arrested.
Okay. If you are threatening to arrest me, like I agreed down there, I will give you the details. However, I will civil claim on it. I will. I won't. I won't. I promise you I won't.
You know what? Right.
We shake hands.
Right.
And I'll walk away.
Right.
I promise you.
Right.
You got my word.
Do you know what?
It's a lot of work.
I'm being really patient with you, but I don't need to be
You are being patient.
Right.
I think we're both being reasonable.
Let me just get this up for you.
No worries.
Right. Okay. Just so that you know, Section 50, I'm going to read it out to you. Section 50 of the Police Reform Act 2002 gives a uniformed police officer, the power to ask for a person's name and address if they believe the person is acting in an antisocial manner. Causing a security alert at a railway station when you've been advised that that's going to happen and you're doing it deliberately anyway.
I didn't do it deliberately to impose that. I've showed you the Tower Bridge video.
But I've told you that's the likely result.
But that's not my intention.
Well, it doesn't matter what your intention is.
I've worked with you and said I'll go wherever you want me to now and fly.
Because at that point my direction was don't do it at all, and you've done it.
But I felt that was unreasonable.
Okay.
We've agreed now that providing I'm somewhere out the way, off this land,
so
there won't be too much of an issue, right, if I launch?
Right.
Come on, let's shake hands and leave it, man.
If you refuse...
Yes, you can arrest me. I get that.
To me, your name and address, okay, as I've asked for, okay, or if you give me inaccurate information, it's a further offence.
I wouldn't do that.
You can be arrested and sent to court, and you will get a fine.
I wouldn't do that.
Exceeding level 3 on the standard scale.
I've agreed. Under threat of arrest, I'll give you the details.
Right.
But I would civil claim.
Well, you
I would.
Civil claim against what? I'm applying the law. What claim have you got?
Because
well,
you've literally...
do you know what? If you want to spend your money on your solicitors when you know...
HNK are dealing with 2 for me at the minute with the Met.
Right.
1 was arrested with the protest.
Okay.
For no reason, just arrested.
Flying over a protest?
No. I was just there filming. I wasn't flying a drone.
Well,
one with them and one with the West Midlands Police, handcuffed for flying a drone.
Okay.
And they even apologised after and said, we shouldn't have done that. No, but that's my 2 civil claims.
I'm handcuffing you for deliberately causing a security alert.
But I haven't deliberately done it. Even the taxi driver said, beautiful videos.
The taxi driver wasn't there for the conversation. I told you, if you fly the drone here, it will cause a security alert. You've flown the drone here. I've had security staff banging on my door.
I haven't done it intentionally, officer. I haven't done that intentionally to cause a...
Did your hands accidentally fall on your drone controls?
No, but
I've
done it in the safest manner I can.
No, you've done it intentionally because I've told you, if you do this, this will happen. And you have made the decision...
I disagreed with what you said.
Well, you can disagree with me.
You could say it will upset my grandfather if you fly the drone. Would I not do it? No, I'd fly, right?
I require you to agree with the law. I require you to follow it.
I have followed the law.
Yes, and I've explained why.
Okay, but before we finish here, and if you take the details, you take them, but before we finish, right, you've literally said, flying the drone here will be causing a breach of the peace, blah, blah, blah. But now you've agreed that providing I'm down there out the way, you've got no issue with it. So the civil claim would be valid because that same action is now being deemed as okay.
But it's not the same action, is it?
What's the difference apart from me being over there?
The proximity to the railway station and the likelihood of that action causing a security alert.
But the drone will still be...
I've got the security manager. This was the guy that approached me. Who will get an instant update after this, and I will be able to tell him that we've agreed a plan of action, what you can and can't do.
That's not my action, is it? I'm still going to be doing the same thing, aren't I? Can't do the same thing.
Yes, but the circumstances have changed, and therefore that action has a different level of likelihood of causing a breach of the peace.
They could have changed
earlier.
If you
do that now, the station isn't going to get evacuated, is it? If you did it before, I told you that was a possibility that I had to act quickly to stop happening. So I've come over here, so don't act on it. I think I know what.
But the only difference is the drone officers confirmed the details. You've checked my drone ID and insurance, so now I'm deemed as being less risk.
Yeah,
but
because we know that your intentions are.
My action is the same action. I'm still flying a drone around St Pancras area station, aren't I?
Not. Yeah, but the same action doesn't have the same. Okay.
My point is in court in a civil. If it went that far.
If Mike Tyson goes into a boxing ring and punches someone in the face as hard as he can, okay, that is exactly the same action as if he walks up to that man there and punches him in the face.
It's a bad example, isn't it?
No, it's not.
It is.
No, it's the same action but different circumstances. The circumstances are now is that same action won't have the same.
I'm still flying a drone in public.
Right. Yeah.
Be it, I'm going to stand
in a different place.
But the drone will be in the same area, right? The same airspace.
I would. Right. If you're doing it in a different place, I would suggest that you don't do that because I would still consider getting too close to this building where it could interfere with the privacy of the residents.
I've said I won't do that.
And you said you won't.
Drone code.
It'll be in the same area, but it's just use a bit more common sense.
You know when I was flying it, I wasn't.
All I ever did was appeal to you to have a little bit of common sense in this interaction. The common sense is that you didn't heed that warning. That is an offence. It is an offence that I, provided it doesn't happen a second time, right? I'm going to put down to words of advice. Okay.
Okay.
I will result this to words of advice, but I can only do that if I've taken your details, right? And I have the lawful right to do that. Or if you're not going to allow me to say them, I have to do what I have to do.
Listen, if it will come to the point that you will arrest me, I will give you the details and I will take it further.
And that's your right.
That's it.
That's your right.
I would rather we end it with a handshake and you've got the drone ID.
So would I.
So let's do it.
No.
Come on, officer.
So we can still have a handshake after you've...
No, but then you've infringed on my rights, and at the minute you haven't really...
You do not have a right to withhold details. The law tells me you have a positive responsibility in these circumstances to provide me your details. So I'm going to take your details now, and then you can be on your way. And then if you want to shake hands, that's great. If
I won't shake hands after you take them. No.
I'm not.
Because you don't need to.
I'm not here to be popular.
You've got the drone ID.
I'm here to uphold laws.
You've got the ID on the drone.
No.
Which is what I'm required to provide by law.
Right. If you're...
You know as well as me that the drone flying here is not antisocial, because I'm going to go and do it in a minute from over there, and you've said you've got no issue with that.
Right.
Providing I follow the law.
Right. I've told you what I've got.
And
no
you're now
issue with what you're proposing to do in the future.
Yeah. But you're now taking...
I have got an issue with what you've already done, which is an offence. So can I take your name, please? Can I do it now? And this is the point where the conversation stops being friendly from my point of view.
I said down there, under threat of arrest, I'll give you the details.
Right. Surname, please.
Surname. Are you sure you want to do this?
Yes, absolutely positive. Yeah, I have no choice. You've committed an offence, I have to take your details.
But I'm going to go and commit that same offence now, aren't I?
No, you're not. I've explained this to you. First name?
Daniel. And as I said, before I give you the date of birth, are you 100% sure? Because I will 110% HNK it later.
Right.
With this whole video.
As you've committed a criminal offence...
Please don't.
I have to do appropriate checks.
You know
the quickest
I haven't.
way... Okay. If
I haven't. No, I said I haven't committed an offence. You know I haven't, because I'm about to do it now.
I've informed you that you have. So, no, you're going to do something different now. Like I said.
Okay. What do you need? Look, I'm not going to be arrested.
What's your name?
I'll give you the name.
What's your... Any middle names?
No.
Have you got a police record that we can check this against?
I don't need to give you that, do I?
I don't know.
You can check.
I need to verify that these are genuine. The quickest way, based on my knowledge of how the system works, okay, is to give me your date of birth. If you don't want to give me that, that's fine.
Whatever I'm required to give by the law that I think you're overstepping, but whatever you demand, I'll give it to you under threat of arrest. What do you need?
I would like your name and your address.
I'll give you the name. What do you need now?
Okay. I need your name and address, but because you're being really, really cagey about giving it, I require you to give me your date of birth.
I'm not being cagey.
Because
I'm saying it because I feel like you don't want to do it.
That is a way.
I feel like you don't want to overstep the mark, and I feel like you want to walk away, and you don't want to have a civil claim. That's what I feel, which is why I've said to you, are you sure?
I want not to arrest someone.
I'm not being cagey.
Right. No, but you've been quite
nothing
childish.
to hide.
Right. Give me your name and date of birth then. If you've got nothing to hide, right?
I think you're entitled to the name and address, aren't you?
I am. Yeah.
Is it the name and address you're entitled to?
I am, but there are other pieces of law that I can use.
So.
Right. Hold on.
The reason I kept saying, are you sure? Is because I feel deep down that you don't want to do this. And I feel like you could avoid a civil claim and leave this on a good note. And people that watch the video will go, do you know what? It may have been bad at the beginning, but that officer was all right. Fair play. That's what I'd like to happen. And I know that once I give the details and I walk away, it's like, it's gone shit. That's why I said, are you sure? No, because I've got nothing to hide.
Before I double check, is that your correct name?
Yes. Yes.
All right. Tell you what, I'll save you a lot of time. Just because I'm going to have to you've told me that you've got a police record, or you've intimated that you have, so...
I didn't say that. I said I didn't have to give you that information. I might have a copy of my thing on here, hold on.
The fact is, you've already told me about interactions with other force that would suggest that you have, so...
No, I've said with interactions of flying drones and being stopped for doing it.
Yeah, so that would... So what... What's your... Okay, 1 second. Sorry, the app that I record this on is clunky, so I will do it this way.
Yep. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm not happy that you've infringed on my rights.
I don't require you to be happy, right?
You've done
I've got to be honest, right? From what you've shown me of your work with the drones, do you know what? That's got a huge artistic merit. You've wasted today 2 hours of my time, right?
Have I?
Yeah, because if you just followed my direction, I wouldn't.
Had I followed it though, I would have just not flown at all. I'd have walked off.
Well, exactly, and that's what I want.
And now we've agreed that
you can do it elsewhere, different action. I've agreed.
Still round here, but I'll be over there, right?
Yeah, if you do it here, I will be back, and it will be a different story.
Can we just clarify, officer? No, 1 second.
No,
if I'm here,
everything.
No, hold on. So you said, as long as I'm off there at the property, yeah?
Yeah.
I don't want to be. I don't want to have you come back.
Trespassing because they said they don't want you here, so you need to leave this place.
Just to clarify, you're happy for me to do it, but not anywhere on here.
We've explained this to you.
I don't want you coming out again. That's all.
You know where the zones are on your map from the CIA.
So as long as I fly legally, you're okay with it?
Obviously, avoid the area around that crane. Do not go on King's Cross Square.
Yep.
Do not go on this forecourt of this hotel because the management of the hotel have said that they don't want that happening. And follow all other regulations to do with
Just wanted to double check before I do it, that's all.
And that's not just from a launching point. I don't want you flying over the railway station. Anything that is likely to interfere with the running of the railway station or cause a security alert. If I get called to you again...
It will just be where you saw on the video, that's it.
I'm going...
I ain't going to be down there anyway.
Don't fly over anything that is railway infrastructure that's anywhere near this or King's Cross Station today. If you want to fly over areas that are not railway infrastructure...
I showed you where the video was.
Right, and I'm going to, for being reasonable, and I'm going to include the road in between. Provided you don't do that, I'll be less inclined to think that it's going to cause a security alert, okay? And provided you haven't done that and we don't get further calls, then we've got no issue.
Okay.
But can't do it on here, can't do it over any network rail property. If you want to do it elsewhere, provided
I can fly over the network rail, just to clarify. I'm not going to go down there. No intention of going down there with the drone. But this building is iconic. That's what I want to make my beautiful footage on.
I've asked you to use this whole conversation.
Yeah, but I don't want to have any more issues today with you.
As far as I'm concerned, this conversation has gone round and round and round and round in circles, and I'm getting to the point, actually, where it's not a friendly conversation anymore. I need you to stop being childish and about what you think is your right and think about the impact of your behaviours. The impact of your behaviour is that that railway station, that hotel and that railway station, all critical national infrastructure, are at risk of disruption and evacuation. Grow up, don't do it. If you do it again and it causes something that brings that into play, I'm going to take active steps to say there is an idiot who thinks he's got a right to cause other people to be alarmed.
That's not the intention, is it?
Okay. If I've told you that that's the likely outcome and you go on to do it,
I just wanted to be clear that I can fly around this building.
Legal definition of recklessness or willfulness is that you've been made aware of the likely outcome of your actions and you've chosen to go on and take that action. The law says that is objective and subjective recklessness right there.
You've just bought a drone. We both want to fly drones.
Yeah, but I'm sensible enough to do it where it isn't going to cause a security alert.
You know where you watch my video? That's the only place I'm going to be flying is where you watched.
Right.
Okay? That's it.
I'm not giving you tacit approval. I'm telling you Do not fly over this property, over Network Rail land, anywhere in the proximity of King's Cross or St Pancras. If you want to do it over what you believe to be public land over there and provide it,
but I'm allowed to fly around here, mate.
Alert, huh?
I'm allowed to fly around here. The drone officer said I can.
Do it.
Okay, cool.
Don't do it where it's going to cause a security alert. The issue, right, you need to.
Do you know I'm quite sensible on my flights?
Right.
You don't know me, but I'm quite sensible.
Sensible
I am.
Because you've immediately done something that I told you would cause a security alert. You're standing in the road. That's
yeah. I'm going to fly legally. I'm going to be safe about it. I'm going to be reasonable.
You've done something that would cause other people enough worry that it would cause a security alert. I've had security stuff on PC at the moment on my flight.
Is there anyone I can ask where Farrington, which way is
I told you.
You can let the station know now with your authority. You can say I've checked him out.
That's
it's all good.
Circumstances
Don't worry about it.
But do not go over. I've given you. I will tell them that I've given you clear directions not to fly over King's Cross Square, not to fly over St Pancras Square. That's kind of the square at the back.
But I lawfully can, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to stay
out here. You lawfully can't because
I'm
telling you, if you do it there, we're going to have security alerts, and that interferes with other people's safety and comfort. So you're not lawfully, just because you've got an intrinsic right to do something, okay? I've got
security alerts don't
right
trump the law, though.
Shout at the top of my lungs. If I went to 1 inch of your eardrum and shouted at the top of my lungs,
that's
that
a breach
would be
of the peace.
Assault. You're getting it.
Because I'm a person that's saying you're breaching my peace. Me at 120 metres up there, out of sight of anybody, I'm not doing anything, mate. But I'm telling you now,
you're never out of sight.
I'm not going to go down there.
So if it was out of sight, how did I know you were flying? How did I know you were flying?
You've seen the drone go up.
Because we had members of the public approach the security staff in there. Goes, I think there's someone flying a drone.
There's a lot of security around drones at the minute because of the air bases, right?
Do you think?
On the news.
Yeah.
So even me, if I saw a drone being flown by somebody else, in fact earlier,
are we done? Right.
I saw another drone up there earlier. When I was flying, there was a second drone, by the way.
Was there?
Yeah.
Right.
I thought it may have been you guys.
I haven't given that person a direct warning, so.
I'm just letting you know there was a second drone up there.
And you're not the first person to come and do this, but you're the first person to behave as damn childishly about it. But there you go. I've given you direction.
All right.
You have a good day.
My God, he has a civil claim coming his way. I did give him the opportunity many times to avoid the civil claim. He will be getting one. Anyway, we're going to crack on and move on.